are back at To The Podcast, episode 137. It's your boy, International Walk.
It's your girl, Tass, the co-hostess with the mostest.
And we are back for another episode of Act To The Podcast. Obviously, you guys know you can catch us on act2thepodcast.com, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Breaker, Anchor, Google Podcasts, YouTube, what else? Spotify. What else? Facebook, I said that first.
Okay.
I ain't leaving nothing off. That's 9.
That's it. Bye-bye Threads.
Bye-bye Threads. No more Threads.
TikTok.
TikTok. So
yeah.
you can catch us on TikTok. No more Threads. We're not on X. So
yeah.
I
was on our TikTok, looking at TikTok last night. And I don't go to TikTok often. I'm not one of them people who caught the TikTok bug.
It's okay.
But
you caught the Instagram and Facebook bug.
Yeah, but so many people like refer to TikTok for so many things. But I took a peek over there last night or this morning actually.
A peek over there?
Yeah,
okay.
I literally before this morning, I probably haven't. I had do you call them DMs there too? My sister like every now and then will send me a video. It was from August 4th. And I was like, oh, let me look at this. Cause like she sends me stuff, but she probably thinks that I'm on there. So I just saw it and this is 3 weeks later.
So you're not on there often?
Not at all. Not at all. But it's great to see that we're there. You can catch us there.
Yep, you can catch our faces there. But we are back. Let's get right to it. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing really good. Mentally I'm a 10. I don't have any issues. I think you had beef with me, but I'm not really sure. You were a little quiet. Energy was a little off last night, but nevertheless, I love you, and we had a good afternoon. I've been going working out. I missed my workout partner today, but I still got it in. I told myself no excuses. I didn't want to hold. Well, he wouldn't let me hold him up. So yeah, mentally I am a 10. Financially I am a 10. Thank God. Ask God to allow us to continue to be a blessing to people in whatever way He sees fit. Work is a 10. No complaints there. Work is good. And physically, I'm a 10.
Whoa!
Yep.
Swipe 10s across the board. That's the second time in A2TP history that there's
137
been a swipe across the board.
I have to say, I have to give credit to you because working out usually means I'm in pain. And don't get me wrong, if I might feel a little tightness in my thighs and stuff, but nowhere near where I know I would be had I been following the mentality that I used to have with working out. But like
working out for 2 hours real hard.
Not even 45 minutes real hard, just exhausting myself. I told you, and I've been sticking to it. I don't even wear my Apple Watch working out because I just don't need that pressure. Like you used to always say to me when I would forget my Apple Watch, like, okay, your body still knows you did it. So that's the mentality I've been trying to keep. Like, it would be great to know how many calories I burn, but I burn more than I would have had I not went to work out. I've been eating better. So, all of those things have been contributing and working out within, like you said, the goal is progress, not pain or not power, right? So I'm just looking to do more than I was doing before, and to just move.
You'll be able to do that if you save your limbs and your ligaments and all that shit.
And I know it ain't going, come off in a week, but I just want to be healthy. I just want to see progress. I just want to feel good, and I don't want to be sore. I remember like doing so many squats, and you couldn't go to the bathroom. It would hurt to sit down or get up off the toilet. I don't want to work out like that anymore. If you've seen Kevin Hart recently at 44, your body, I ain't 44 yet, but I'm a year and some from it. Your body lets you know, God willing, that you can't do like you used to do anymore. And I ain't trying to be injured. I ain't no athlete. I ain't trying to be injured, just from trying to be healthy.
Yeah, it's different when you're older, because we're not old, just older, but you don't get hurt no more. You get injured. Yeah. And injured is different from being hurt. Hurt you can recover from in a day or two. Injured is like weeks.
Yeah, you go jumping on something and your knee say, I ain't did that, or I wasn't ready for that, and something pop or something pop in your thigh. Like yeah, I'm not, I don't want to put myself, in that situation. So I say that to say that's why my body feels good, because I've just been using the tools that were given to you, that you cascaded to me, and I've been feeling good.
That's good. I'm glad you see results and feel good about it, because I do too.
How are you?
I feel good. I don't really have any beef with you. So let me just clear the air there.
Okay.
I don't have beef with you.
That's good.
Sometimes I get frustrated with you though, since we're being transparent here.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I think we need our therapy. I think it keeps us honest. And that's just how I feel sometimes. Whether you agree or not, I just sometimes feel like I don't want to move too far away from therapy. And I've spent a lot of time lately, and tell me if you agree, expressing to you how good of a wife you are.
Mm-hmm.
Even in verbally, through action, I let you know that you're a great wife. And I think sometimes when I tell you something that is not so flattering about yourself, I think you don't necessarily take me serious. I don't think you necessarily like it. And I think it causes rifts between us.
Well, I think that was, if we're talking about the situation that occurred, it was, leaving the water in the sink, which I don't take that as something not being flattering about myself.
Well, maybe I use that term in a wrong, was something that is negative.
Right. So you correcting something that I did.
Right.
Sometimes it can feel like there's a lot of, I don't want to say criticism, because it's not criticism, but there's a lot of feedback, like, babe, you shouldn't do this, babe, you shouldn't do this, babe, you shouldn't do this. And sometimes I'll be thinking, like, if it can feel like...
But where does that come from, though, where I just sat here and said I spend a lot of time, like, with thought, giving you praise on how good of a wife... on how good of a wife you are. So I don't think there's that many, babe, you don't do this, babe, you don't do that. So let's be honest, on our day-to-day, there is no, babe, you don't do this, babe, you don't do that. I don't bitch at you about cleaning. I don't bitch at you about this. I don't bitch at you about that. I actually thought you did an awesome job on Sunday. Like, all my shit was where it was supposed to be. All my clothes, all my drawers, all my underwear, my work clothes, all that shit was where it was supposed to be.
Yes.
But it'd be like little things that you do that be like, that's not how our house supposed to look. Like hanging clothes on the banister.
That was temporary.
Like they don't be, that shouldn't, but you say temporary and it go 3 weeks.
Okay.
So to me, temporary is not 3 weeks.
So I'm
sure the audience would agree that temporary is not 3 weeks.
Let me just rewind and say, I don't correlate those things to you saying I'm not a good wife. Like, I used to struggle with that in my head. Like, I felt like I had to do everything perfect because I didn't want you to think that I wasn't a good wife. That I'm not correlating the two. I'm just saying sometimes, and in the most respectful way, like the things like, babe, don't leave water in the sink, or I'm trying to think of something else. And don't get me wrong, it be absolute petty stuff. Not petty in the sense of what you're saying, like little things that I may do. Mm-hmm. It feels like a little bit of nagging sometimes. And I have to check myself to say, like, you know what? You left water in the
Can you put your
sink.
phone on Do Not Disturb, please?
It is.
While you're talking?
I don't know. It is on Do Not Disturb. Like I have to say to myself, you left water in this sink before. He's never said this before. But you know what? Maybe this is just new information that he has that he's choosing to share with you. Like, it ain't nothing. It ain't a hill to die on. So I can do better in my reactions because I shouldn't let it be known automatically if I'm irritated. I shouldn't even get irritated by it. But sometimes it's like, oh boy, here he goes again. Like you ain't never left water in the sink.
But that's the pushback, is there's not here you go again. I think one or two things to you seems like a lot. And see, this is where I mean when I say you don't take me seriously, because you use absolutes like, oh, here we go again, and I'm always on you, or it's a lot. And it's like, no, I can think to myself, damn, I could say 2 or 3 things to her about something that she probably shouldn't do, and she won't take me seriously, or won't acknowledge what I'm saying, or just act like I'm irritating her, when there's so many other things that I compliment her on.
I don't think it has anything to do with not taking you seriously.
But that's how I feel.
Okay.
That's how it makes me feel. Because like sometimes even just talking to you, Tosh, you did this, you won't even acknowledge. You won't even say, okay, babe, It's like you get so angry that somebody is pointing something out that you did wrong. And it's like that type of stuff implies that you're perfect. And if you're not, if you sit here and say I'm not perfect, that means you have flaws. So when somebody who loves you points out a flaw, it shouldn't be a problem. Like people say, sisters should be able to check each other, brothers should be able to check each other, husband and wife definitely should be able to check each other. Especially if we're not walking around here checking all day long. Yo, this is fucked up, this fucked, like nobody's doing that. You're not doing that and I'm not doing that. But if I see potentially, okay, this leaving water in the sink could potentially cause us money, I just want you to acknowledge not and put in your mental note not to leave water in the sink.
And
it's no reason to look at me and give me a frown or let me know that you're irritated. It's like, damn, when can I say something?
It's not that I'm irritated. It's like, it's one of them things like, where did this come from? As if you have
How
never
about
left
it comes from somebody walking in the bathroom for the first time and seeing water in the sink and asking verbatim, Tosh, did you leave water in the sink? Yes. Okay, babe, don't do this.
Okay,
you're just
what I'm
quiet,
saying
like
is, you didn't let me finish though. Where did it come from, in a sense, as if that was the first time ever, or as if you haven't done the same?
No, I haven't. I don't.
Like, babe, if you clean in
the
the sink, you'll put some cleaning stuff in there and you'll
No,
run a
I
little bit
won't.
of water. Maybe you don't leave it overnight like I did.
That's my point. I
Okay,
don't
so-
leave water in the sink at all because I know the ramifications of it. You forget I'm in construction. I know these things. So nobody is just taunting you or just messing with you because they just want to poke the bear.
Don't poke me. I don't like that.
Like that's just stupid.
I understand. And it's not a matter of not taking you seriously. I take serious what you're saying. Like, I don't think it's a joke
Then
or that
moving
it's not
forward-
something that shouldn't be done.
Then moving
I
forward,
take
there should be a means of
accountability.
communication.
I take accountability that I can do better in not having a negative reaction to you saying something as simple as, babe, don't leave water in the sink. I take accountability of that. And I agree, we do need therapy. We still go to therapy, but I also want us to be able to have those, and I know we've gotten a lot better in being able to have those conversations, you know, outside of therapy. But I don't want it to feel like it's like, okay, we have to wait until therapy to address those things, because we've gotten better at being able to use our tools for those. But I agree, we do need therapy.
Those reactions aren't safe for me. And I need you to know that.
Okay.
So I don't know what you're thinking, but I want to be clear and communicative and tell you those things don't work for me. And they don't.
Those things mean reactions.
Yeah, those reactions don't work for me. It's like, damn, this situation would go so better if you just said, all right, babe, I'll remember. My bad. Like either one of those things. But it's like you got to get a frown. You got to let somebody know you irritated that somebody said one thing to you. And it's almost like, okay, let's pause for a minute. When is it cool to say something? Because, and I'm not going to go with this narrative of I say everything wrong. Yeah, I can work on some things. I can work on some things in my delivery sometimes, but I'm not holding on to this narrative that I get it everything wrong. I go to therapy too, so I know how to talk too. And I know how to address my wife, so I don't get everything wrong.
You didn't say it wrong. Like I said, it was me feeling irritated because I felt like this wasn't the first time that situation had, maybe in that bathroom, and it just felt like, where the hell is this coming from? Like, is this new information he just found out? Because he's never said this before about leaving water in the sink. But then at the same time, I thought, you know what? It don't even matter. Just let the damn water out and just don't do it again. Like you said, he knows it could erode the thing or whatever
the
can
rubber
happen.
Washer. Okay. Especially if it's cleaner in the water for overnight.
Understood. So again, I knew
I don't have no beef with you, but that went left, and it was like, oh, I didn't.
But you did have un poquito.
No, I didn't have no beef. It just was like, it's not safe for me to talk right now. So I'm just going to, and I hate to feel like that because those are the things that make me feel like, damn, the therapy keeps us honest. That's how I felt last night. Like the therapy keeps us on. And yeah, you're right. I acknowledge we have gotten better and we do well without therapy. But in moments like that where it's like, damn, just saying something to her about fucking water irritated her. Like, when is it okay to say something about the water in the sink? Like, I should have just pressed the fucking plunger and let it out myself and not said anything. But it's like, damn, like I can't say anything.
No, you can. You can say whatever needs to be said, and you didn't say it in a negative way. I just felt irritated because it felt like something that was like new information. Regardless, I again take accountability for that, and I'll check myself when it comes time to receiving those. That it wasn't even criticism, but just receiving that feedback.
So mentally, I am a 10.
Okay.
My finances is a 9. And work is a 10. I'm working with my man Eddie this week, and it's all good. We having fun, been chilling. My other guy on vacation. Well, staycation.
Staycation is good too.
Yeah, but not all the damn time.
No, but I mean,
staycation ain't good all the time. If that's the case, keep your ass at work.
No, but staycation can be good because you're saving money because you're not on vacation, but you're handling business. You get some rest, hopefully. So I agree, not all the time.
You're a little upset that it's like it's vacation. I want to go somewhere. What the fuck?
I mean,
don't get me wrong. Staycations are great. I'm not shitting on a staycation. Staycations are great, but they can't be all the damn time.
No, you definitely got to mix it up.
Yeah. Physically, I feel great. I've been working out like crazy every day. No, I don't go on the weekends, so I kind of chill on the weekends. But last week I worked out every day. This week so far I worked out every day. So yeah, I feel good. Physically, I feel like a 10. So I'm a 10, 10, 9, 10. And she swept 10s across the floor.
You 10, 9, 10, 10.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yep.
Wows and woes. Let's get to it. Stops and goes, blacks and whites.
My wow this week, seeing my babies, start a new phase in their life made me really happy. Just shout out to my sister for making some changes or fulfilling some dreams and goals that she had and making things work, and I'm just proud of her, proud of the my kids, for embracing, not that they had a damn choice, but sometimes kids can be a little resistant, but things are falling into place and working out, and I'm just happy and proud. I'm happy for them and proud of them. So that was my wow. My woe, I didn't have a woe, and I'm not going to fake one. I can't think of one right now. Still praying for our loved ones who are going through some hardships, and yeah, that's it. What about you?
Wows is just making it another week. I don't want to piggyback on your wow, but I am super proud of the kids and them starting school. It seemed like it happened so quickly, and like being in another school and book bags and first days, like that should happen fast. Like them getting in school. So I always thought as a young person that shit was like a process. I don't know why, but I guess it is. But
yeah,
her mom. I mean, their mom just took care of them, took care of it. But yeah, that's a while to see them another year older, just growing and prospering in life. Woes, I don't have no woes neither. Nothing bad happened this week to me. I'm not sad about nothing. My body don't feel bad. My relationship's intact. My relationship with God is intact. So I'm good. That's it. So what we want to talk about? What happened this week?
All right. So we know that we heard about the situation with, we kind of touched on this a little bit last week, Britney Spears and her conservatorship.
My question to you is, I've been seeing and I say like what's going on with Britney Spears because I don't know. Like, I don't know. I see her in the news. I hear her dad crazy. I hear they took her money. But I just hear bits and pieces. What happened to Britney Spears?
So,
like, all I know, last time she went bald and then everything went left.
Yeah, it was one of those unfortunate stories of, like, childhood stars and it becoming too much and they kind of having, like,
she actually was displaying, like, erratic behavior and shit.
That's what they say. I mean, shaving your head is pretty erratic, you think, coming from the world she was in. And she had kids but got divorced. The kids was living with the dad. So they said a lot, and I don't know, I think it was a situation of some being true and some being gassed up to support their case of gaining a conservatorship.
Okay.
But then with that,
So in the beginning she went crazy, which is why these people they quote unquote said she went crazy
She was
because
having
of the
some
shaving
mental
of the heads,
breakdowns.
the mental breakdowns, and they stepped in and took over her assets.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
They took over to, provide guardianship of her and her assets, basically, making financial decisions. She said
Paying her
they
bills
were
and shit like that.
right. She said they were kind of like holding her captive, and it just wasn't a healthy situation for her. However, seeing some of the behavior that she displays now, like on social media, and when I say behavior, like these dancing videos, these panties that's right below that Plies loves.
Plies love them panties.
But it makes me wonder, like,
little skippies.
sis, like,
You got the little skippies on.
it makes me wonder, like,
I see this stuff, but I don't be knowing what's going on, and I don't read into Britney Spears, but I did see the little panties. I do see Plies laughing.
she be making these dancing videos, and
Like
it's
TikToks.
like, I don't know. I don't think it's TikToks. It's just her. She seems to place this camera or her phone like on a mantelpiece or something every time, and she does like kind of reminiscent of her old dances and choreography, but like in a living room or something by herself. She speaks pretty, erratically. And it just doesn't seem like she is in her proper mental state, so it makes me wonder, maybe her parents and those who had the conservatorship over her, but maybe they were abusing it, but it also makes me wonder if there is some additional support that she does need.
To all the girls that do all the kind of shit on Instagram and Twitter and all the social media platforms, why is dancing with panties on in front of your fireplace and shaving your head mental behavior?
Because it just don't look normal for a 40-something-year-old woman, like, to just be randomly doing these dances that it don't even look, not like, it ain't even decent. Like, she looks crazy. To be honest, I kind of skim past it. I mean, I think she's doing it to like her music.
Okay.
But it ain't even like good.
Is it like her choreography from her sets that she used to do? I
think so. Like you would think like it's that high paced choreography that like Chris Brown or Janet Jackson, the fast stuff.
The battle dancing type stuff.
But more in a Britney Spears kind of way. And it just is like, girl, like, why?
If she's doing her old choreography in front of a camera making videos, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Like, I don't know how somebody looks at that and says, you have mental issues. It was a time where you changed your hair 16 times in 1 year. 16 in 12 months. In 12 months, 16 times. Somebody could look at you and think you got mental issues.
I could have been going through something.
But I'm just saying, if one of them styles was bald, if that was accepted in this house, if one of them styles was bald, somebody wouldn't say like, okay, Tasha's out of her mind.
Well, I mean, or they may have.
They'll be thinking it's the ninth time she changed her hair and she shaved it.
I think that there's some additional support that she may need. Part of my hair changing, I did shave one side of my head. And then it grew back and I shaved the other side. But what I'm saying is just the videos, it's not even entertaining. It's almost like funny because it's like, what the hell are you doing?
Maybe that's her agenda, is to be funny. Not like for people to, I don't know. I see the videos, and I saw the little panties, but I didn't once think this is something mental.
To keep repeatedly doing, and mental, I don't want to make it seem like she needs to be hospitalized. I think that there may be some additional support that's needed. Like, I think maybe she's lonely, maybe she's acting a little erratic, maybe she's attention seeking. I don't know if she have any friends, like any real true friends for her to, just enjoy their company. It's kind of hard. She kind of posted something the other day about going out with somebody who was supposed to be her friend, but it was kind of like a setup where they drove a car and went a long way, basically for the paparazzi to like catch them. So I don't know if she has any real authentic friends in her life, but the videos just give a peek into like maybe she needs somebody to talk to. That's all.
Or maybe she just dancing with panties on in front of her fireplace, like being funny. Maybe she's 100%.
But people aren't laughing with her; they're laughing at her. That's when you need to know the difference in what's entertaining and what is just like.
I get it, but I'm just saying maybe that's not her intention, is to be entertaining. And maybe being laughed at, she's laughing too, because y'all are wrong. Y'all think I'm crazy. Y'all think I'm doing this for entertainment, but I'm not.
Since you 40, sit down, read a book.
That's okay. That's cool. I mean, I ain't gonna down no hill for no Britney Spears, and I damn sure ain't no apologist for her. What else happened? Billy McFarland. So Billy McFarland is the creator of the Fyre Festival
that stole all the people's money
with Ja
in the
Rule
Bahamas.
the first time in the Bahamas, and they sold all them $8,000 tents that had fucking air beds in them and no food and porta potty bathrooms, no performers, and they was sold a bill of goods that didn't work out. Like, you're gonna get a lavish condominium on the beach and and they had tents blowing in the wind, no food.
It did not come to fruition.
It fucked everything up, and all the celebrities attached to it all broke out of it and separated themselves from it. He was left holding the bag.
So what's the status now?
He was left holding the bag, and he is starting the Fyre Festival too. Tickets went on sale 3 days ago and appeared to be sold out.
That's what people, if they get burnt, that's what they get. Because, after we heard about what happened with him with Fyre Festival, come to find out there was also another scam that he pulled with like this card that the elite in the New York social scene could have that gave them access to certain things, privileges, goods, and so forth that flopped again. And now here he is. I mean, guess what? I give him props for keep trying. Like, a scammer is going to be a scammer, is going to be a scammer. But he can only be a scammer when he has people to scam. And if people are continuing to pay him, at this point, that's what you get.
So tickets sold out is cap. I don't think no fucking body bought these tickets. I mean, it was a Netflix special how he fucked people over. Who in their right mind? Like, you got to live under a rock or not even ever heard of Fyre Festival to buy a ticket for them to be sold. How many tickets was on sale? 10?
Maybe people just believe, like, nah, he wouldn't.
Because that's all relative.
Again.
If 10 tickets was on sale and 10 people bought them, yeah, they sold out.
Maybe people just giving a benefit of the doubt. Or some people are just, they're just so blindsided or by the sensationalism. They just want to be a part of something. So, if we get burnt again, then we'll be part of history to say we were part of, the Fyre Festival the scandal that happened. I mean, some people are stupid like that, and if you got the money to waste to be involved in a scandal,
those tents was $8,000 a pop. Like, and a lot of Asian kids bought that stuff. A lot of college kids, Harvard kids, and MIT kids bought that stuff. And I don't. Well, those kids are out of college and probably living life now with married kids. But
there was a lot of New York elite social groups as well.
Right.
Like, it wasn't just college kids. It was a lot of people who had that kind of money to even spend on a concert. And not only that,
it was thousands of like, it was supposed to be thousands of people. And it's in the Caribbean again.
Yeah, that's, I mean, shout out to her because, if he, what they say, burn me once, shame on you, burn me twice, shame on me, burn me 3 times, I actually get burned. So, I mean, that's crazy that anybody would trust him to do anything.
It's crazy that he would think that he's that privileged and that removed from it that I can name it the same thing and just say 2. Like, people don't remember Fyre Festival.
Yeah, well, maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. Or like you said, that generation is now grown, because that was what, 5-6 years ago?
8 years ago.
8 years ago.
He spent 8 years in jail. It was probably longer than that.
Okay, so let's say 10 years ago. So then you're talking about a new generation of college students, a new generation of elite who now...
Two generations removed. It's 4 years of college. That happened twice.
But that's not generations.
I'm just saying 2 college generations.
Oh, okay.
You didn't hear me say college.
Well, I'm saying, did you think about whoever was the 10-year-olds at the time are now the 20-year-olds, and maybe they just... Yeah, it sounds crazy that he would even think to do it, but hey, I mean, obviously he's doing it.
Yeah.
Like that's insane.
Yeah. And like I said, the tickets, he say, went on sale 3 days ago, and he say they sold out.
I wonder what.
And he screenshotted the, Eventbrite thing or whatever company it is.
I was gonna say, I wonder what venue would want the liability of selling tickets, like a Ticketmaster or Live Nation, or I can't imagine they would even take on that liability of selling tickets through their vendor, because then imagine the backlash that they're gonna get with having, for people requesting refunds and all. Like it would be a complete loss.
And when you're talking $5,000 a pop refunds, that's hit the pockets.
Yeah, that's crazy. What's up with
What do we got?
What's up with Nia Long? So she's getting divorced from Ime Udoka, which is crazy because I didn't know that they were married. Like that was kind of gray.
And I didn't know that they were together that long to have an 11-year-old son.
Yeah, that I knew, but
I didn't know.
But I thought the title fiance was out there for a really long time.
I knew they had a kid. I thought he was a little fella, like 7.
He was a big dude.
I didn't think he was 11.
Yeah, I knew he was older because I remember like after the big,
They were married. Where was their wedding pictures?
That's what I'm saying. When they say divorcing him, I thought that she was.
So maybe they just
fiance.
got married, and because it was fiance the whole time the scandal was out. It wasn't getting a divorce.
Okay, so maybe
they never said it was his wife. They said fiance.
So maybe a divorce wasn't part of it, but she was awarded full custody of the son
already. I thought she filed.
Oh, okay.
She filed for full custody, which I don't think is right. Like, I don't know. If they live in different states, then yeah, you have to do what you have to do. If they live in the same state, then I don't. The intention of full custody is like you see him when I say you see him.
No, it doesn't have to be, because you can have full custody with a visitation agreement.
Well, then they should say that too.
Full custody means physical.
He lives there. He stays with you all the time.
But it can also mean physical and legal custody, meaning any decisions about his schooling, I don't have to consult with you. I have full physical custody. I have full legal custody. So I can decide what medical insurance he has to in medical decisions, school decisions. But you can still have visitations within that. So maybe that was her purpose of saying, like, this my son, I want him to live with me full time and make all the decisions, and then any visitations we can work out with
that. Should be headlined like that, because it looks like it's slanted towards her. And I'm not saying anybody wins in this, but words matter, and it should say like full custody, but he has visitation rights, because some people just hear full custody and think you still got the opportunity to tell this nigga no when you want to.
Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully he
in another state and he's a basketball coach for the Houston Rockets, like, yeah, he ain't gonna be able to push the issue because he got a game tomorrow. So know that your boy can't come is something he gonna have to eat.
Yeah, I mean, and to be honest, it makes sense for her to have full custody in the sense of having some stability for the child. He travels, that's part of his job, all well and good, but to be able to visit and see your child, maybe spring break, Christmas break, that kind of thing. But you want the kid to be stable, go to school, have his friends, and be in a stable environment.
That part of that stability is seeing his father.
Exactly.
Part of that stability, I agree with everything you said, but part of that stability is seeing his father. That's a stable part in his life, if he wants to be attached to his life like that. So just keep that in mind, Miss Nia Long. Like I agree with you having full custody. Y'all live in different states, but it should be worded like that, because it wasn't. It didn't say full custody and he has his visitation.
Well,
rights.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't see the headline. I'm just thinking that maybe I would think that would be part of it. I don't think that he would want to just give up full custody to his son without requesting visitation rights.
Right.
Yeah. Now, speaking of custody, that situation, Halle Berry. So Halle Berry, after 8 years, her divorce is finally. Now, this is 8 years of separation. So
they fought for 8 years.
Yeah, and I don't even know if they fought or if things were just a little. Yeah, I don't know what the situation was, but this has been ongoing for 8 years, and they're finally finalizing it. This is what I don't understand. So they're gonna have shared custody. She's going to have the boy from Monday to Wednesday. He's going to have the boy from Wednesday to Friday. And they will alternate weekends. She's going to pay his school tuition. She's going to pay for medical insurance, extracurricular activities, and any other uninsured things that need to be done. So basically, she's going to provide for him financially. She still has to pay the dad $8,000 in child support. I don't understand that. Okay, we're going to have him both half the week. Monday to Wednesday, he's here. Wednesday to Friday, he's there. We'll alternate weekends. So I'm basically paying you to watch your child the equal amount of time that I'm watching them.
It's the court system. It's not. It's. I'm sure it's some type of stipulation where he probably filed for alimony or some shit.
Well,
spousal support.
He does. She will be required to pay him. I think it was 13% of any money she makes over $2 million. But so that's different. I'm talking specifically about the child support. Why am I required to pay you child support? So when he's with me, I gotta pay for him and take care of him. And when he's with you, I still gotta take care of him. I'm paying tuition. I'm paying for medical insurance. I'm paying for extracurricular activities. So when he comes over your house for your half of the week, so I'm basically paying you to feed him and house him.
You sound like most dudes that have been on child support.
And guess what? If this was anybody,
you sound like most dudes. Like I don't have no, and I've never been on child support. But shouts out to my baby mom. But I don't see. Like it's not right either way.
No, if it was a man, I would feel the same. No, if it was a man, I would feel the same way. If I could see
dudes out here paying for shit, and they still got to pay somewhere in court system or court in the judicial system. It says you got to pay this.
Okay, let's go back. In Nia Long's situation, she's going to have full custody. If E may have to pay her child support, this child is with her 100% of the time, right, excluding any visitations.
But there probably will be a court that says you have to pay child support. Now, is that right?
No, that's what I'm saying. Yes, because she is fully taking care of the child. So I'm not, the amount, I don't think it should be any astronomical amount, but you should contribute to taking care of the child. What I'm saying in Halle Berry's case, we are equally, we are literally splitting up the week, splitting up the month.
We're splitting up time.
So why am I, and I'm paying for all of his other life things. Why am I paying you $8,000 a month for you to have him half the month when I got him half the month too? I feel like there should be no child support from either person.
You're acting like he's not going to do anything with his father.
Yeah, but why should the father pay for that?
So you think that if he goes over his dad's house and they want to go to fucking Disneyland, he's calling Halle Berry to say, you got to pay for this? No, she means when he's with me, I'm paying for everything. Not I get a call from him, they want to go to Disney World, I got to send him there. I'm sure his father will pay for that if he's with him.
No, you don't understand what I'm saying. Halle Berry has to pay the father $8,000 a month.
For some type of spousal support?
No, child support.
Okay, so he took her to court.
Spousal support is different.
So he took her to court for child support?
Yes.
Okay.
And we're splitting the month up. You got him half the month, I got him half the month. Well, half the week, every week. So why am I paying you and I'm going to have him for the same time?
Same shit.
So like you said, when we go to Disney World, we're going to Disney World on your mom's dime. When your mom takes you to Disney World, y'all going on her dime too.
It's the same shit dudes been feeling all their lives. You getting your hair done on the money I give you for the kid. You getting your nails done on the money I give you for the kid. Like, it's the same shit. It's just, now you see it's a fucked up situation.
I think if a child is with one parent full time, then the other parent should be required, whether it's court mandated or a verbal agreement, to help care for that child. If we are splitting the time, neither parent should have to pay the other. Like that's just how I think.
So that's about the kid, but we have to resolve the marriage that we're
that's where he's getting 13% of her income.
Anything that's made over $2 million. But she knows she has like accountants that every check can come in could be under $2 million. Even if she's paid $8 million, he can get three $1.6 million checks or something like she can get around that.
All I'm saying is
and he only gets money if I'm making over $2 million.
Regarding the child support, I just think it's ludicrous that she has to pay him when they're splitting the
I think
time
it's
with
ludicrous
the child.
too. I think it's ludicrous too. I agree with you, but it's the same shit that dude's been dealing with for years. Now the shoe has flipped, and there's a female sitting here bitching about it.
I think, again, it would be unfair regardless of their social status, regardless of their fame, regardless of their gender. If it was the other way around, I think it would be crazy too. If we're splitting the time, why would a dad, if a dad is paying for tuition, health insurance, all this other stuff, and you got him half the week and he got him half the week, he shouldn't have to pay you anything.
Yeah, I agree with you. I ain't got no issue with that, especially being a man. That's that Mary J. Blige, her husband did some funky shit like that and tried to rape her. Well, it did rape her for a bunch of money.
That word is so harsh.
I know. When I said it, it was like, I don't mean like rape, but
yeah, that
culturally
was very harsh.
Yeah, like he took her, he robbed her for a lot of money.
Yeah, rob, it sounds
with
better.
no gun.
Yeah.
On the day that we filming this, I just want to say happy heavenly birthday to my man Kobe Bryant. He would have been 45 years old today.
Wow.
So shouts out to Kobe. Definitely miss Kobe. Was my favorite basketball player. Mamba. Everybody miss him. Well respected. And happy heavenly birthday to Kobe. Tito Jackson, right, was reported dead by Lunel. And like 5 minutes later, she took the post down because it wasn't true. And this, it's not like, that's funny in itself, that, you know, because I killed people before, but I ain't never put it on the goddamn internet.
Right.
But the culture of being...
No, correct that. You said that people are dead. The way you said that.
I ain't never put it on the internet.
No, you said I killed people before.
Yeah, well, all right. Not like killed people like...
Words matter.
Yeah, not like killed people like physically. Like I've said people were dead when they wasn't dead. Right. You're right. Words matter. I didn't kill nobody.
Right.
I didn't kill nobody. But Tito Jackson was reported dead by Lunel. And this goes into the mindset of people who want to be first and don't care about being right. They just want to be the first one to put up a RIP when somebody died. First one to put up a picture from 8 years ago, and I haven't even seen you, but this is a picture we took in 2010, so let me put that up with a RIP. Like, everybody want to be first when somebody die on the internet to be like, I knew this person, or I have some sort of attachment, or I'm just the first person to know and RIP. I'm letting y'all know.
And you know what's like crazy
and
about
then you gotta renege
why?
On shit like that.
Like why? Like what joy do you get in reporting somebody's death? I'm kind of, you know, not. There's oftentimes, and I understand.
And I
people,
halfway like Lunel.
People grieve in different ways. Like most times, if I even know somebody that has passed away, I won't even post about it because it's a little weird to me when people write a post and they're speaking to someone who is deceased who can't really read the post. But I'm not judging anybody because God forbid if somebody really close to me, I don't know how I would write or communicate.
When they text the person and screenshot the bubbles and put that up, I don't like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of them things
because they're not going to answer, and we know that. But you don't have to put, I miss you.
Yeah, but again, I don't want to judge anybody for how they grieve because I don't know what I would do. I don't think social media would be the avenue that I chose or the vehicle that I chose to display my grief. But I don't know what joy, and that's a weird word, that somebody, Lunel or anybody in that social media culture would get out of being the first to say, it's not like back in the day where like the news people wanted to be the first to report on something. Mm-hmm. Once one person get the story, everybody got the story. Reputable sources and non-reputable sources. You know, people create their own blogs and they become like a news source. So it's not even like a big deal like it used to be, like when TMZ wanted to be the first to report on something. Nowadays, I mean, that news moves so fast, it doesn't hold the same weight. So why are you so fast? Like, and Lunel, no shade to her, other than being a comedian and having a social media platform like billions of other people, what does she do? Like, is she like on a news show or something?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so she just wanted to be the one to tell.
You know how like she might probably want one of them pages like a DL or Earthquake.
Oh, gotcha. Who they're known for that? Yeah.
Like that's what they made their pages. That's how they got their following, by staying up on current events and putting up the most recent stuff.
And they're very. I wonder if they do that or they got people, because that's a full-time job. I look at their page.
I watch a lot of podcasts. They have teams that do that, but I mean, they're involved in it. But
I look at their page more than I look at like a Shade Room. I never look at TMZ, but like Shade Room, Baller Alert, Hollywood Unlocked. I don't follow any of those, but I do follow DL and Earthquake, like to keep me up to date.
They'll let you know with some shit going on.
Yeah. But yeah, Lou, now that's bad business. Like that's not cool. And then imagine if one of his kids, I think Tito got kids.
Yeah.
Like imagine if one of his kids or something seen that, and maybe they hadn't talked to their dad, for a day or two, and they see that post and they like, oh my.
And the headline was fucked up. Did you see the headline?
No, I didn't see it.
It said Tito Jackson reportedly dies in his house. She will be taken to the hospital. And it was like, who the fuck wrote this?
Right.
It said Tito Jackson reportedly died in his house. And in the next sentence, it said she will be taken to the hospital.
Yeah. Again, moving too fast. News just ain't as reputable as it used to be. Like, slow your roll. Talking about DL, and I think it was DL's page where I first saw it. The break-in attempt in the apartment building in Texas.
Yeah. Where
the false maintenance men were knocking on the apartment door.
Stay on alert out there, people, especially females. Like, because in that situation, I don't know how, and I'm not saying females are any less weak than men. I just don't know how a female will respond to somebody kicking on their door like that. But just stay alert, man. Just stay alert.
I think of a female who has a gun, they would have responded the same way. The thing is, someone who doesn't have a gun, what would they have done to protect themselves?
I think a female would rationally think, because y'all are softer, rational thinkers than us, and y'all would think, maybe I don't want to shoot through the door because I might kill somebody else that's standing outside. Maybe I'll wait till he gets in here, but let me get ready. Where a dude will be like, I'm blasting through the fucking door.
Yeah,
y'all might rationally think, oh, it might be a child outside. I don't want to hit nobody that's not supposed to get shot. Like, I don't know. Like, y'all think like that.
Well, I think in that situation, looking at the same situation, the man had a ring cam, so he was able to see. So using that same scenario, a woman also would be able to see, it ain't nobody out there but these two men who are trying to kick my door down. Pop, pop, pop. I'm shooting through the door.
Pow, pow.
Now, there was a lot of negative feedback on that post about it saying that the high-powered gunfire that they were shooting could have permeated the apartment doors across the hallway, which, fingers crossed, I hope it didn't. And then some people were also...
Because it was putting holes in the brick.
Yeah. And people also said they could potentially face some charges. I don't know what the gun laws are in Texas, but people were saying they could face some charges because, the people were outside. So... Is it self-defense at that point?
No, but Texas is an open carry state. Everybody got guns. You can be in a store and people got guns on their hips in Texas.
Yeah, open carry is one thing, but are you able to? I don't know the law.
And it's one of them states that you can kill somebody if they're on your property. So I don't know how apartments work, where you're renting something from somebody. Is that your property if somebody's standing out front? I don't know.
And one thing, I did see the guys ran away, so I don't know if they were actually hit. But that's the crazy thing is, now I don't know if they knew the guys were lying, because they said no one is home right now, talking through the camera. Mm-hmm. Now, having ring cam, you can say that, but you also have to be mindful, because if somebody can hear you, they know you're lying. So I don't know if they knew the guy was lying and was trying to get in because they thought he was lying, or they believed him and thought, oh, nobody's here, so let me kick the door. And that's one thing I never say. Even if I'm not going to answer the door, like I'll talk to somebody through the door, but I won't say nobody's here now.
The fact that the guy drew his gun, I think that he knew that he heard him. Somebody was in the house. Okay. Because when he said nobody's here, you have to come back later. Then the other guy comes up and starts kicking the door. The other guy drew his gun. So if you think nobody's in there, you're not going to
draw your gun. Yeah. I never say, even if I'm not going to answer the door, I'll say, can you come back later, or we're not interested, or now it's not a good time. Most of the time when I'm talking to somebody.
See the sign out in the motherfucking grass, nigga?
Yeah, most of the time, we do have a no soliciting sign. Most of the time, I am here and I'm just not answering the door for somebody, and I'm talking to them through the bell, but I'm never saying like nobody's home. I'll say like my husband is busy right now, because I also don't want y'all to think that I'm here by myself, because shots will be fired through the door if you start kicking. So yeah,
it better be no fucking hesitation. Yeah. You better pop 2 or 3 shots to let them know I ain't bullshitting.
Yeah,
Save your bullets.
I'm not waiting for you to come in and you have a gun, and what if your shot is better than mine?
That's true.
Like, I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting. So
what have you learned this week? Not a goddamn thing.
No, I had a great one and I almost forgot. Did you know that one man has enough sperm to impregnate all of the women in the world? Mm-hmm. You knew that?
Yeah.
They teach y'all that as a little boy?
No, but I've heard that before. Like useless information. My brain's full of it. But I heard that before.
Yeah, I
didn't necessarily believe it, because it's 8 billion people in the world, but we got like all these hundreds of billions of sperm.
Yeah.
So yeah, one could go in.
It's just crazy. You think like how many babies a man could have. Like literally, a man could. However many times a man can have sex a day, a man could make like 5 babies every day.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy to think that.
Yeah.
Like, that
can
is...
impregnate 5 babies. Yeah, that's why...
and I'm just saying 5 if you have sex 5 times a day.
You hear a person, let's just go back to Wilt Chamberlain, who's supposed to have slept with 20,000 women. That would average out to, like, 5 women a day for, like, 20 years or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So, how many babies he would have had if all them women got pregnant?
And who's to say there ain't some babies out there that they mama told them?
But I'm saying, if you had that's a lot of babies.
Even if you think, like, as a man, if you impregnated one woman a day, just for a month.
That's 30 babies.
Like, what? Like, people, like, it's crazy.
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all out there having kids like this. You gotta be crazy. 30 babies?
Yeah.
30 babies? 3 grams. I don't know if you heard John Batista's new song, but is it Batista or Batiste? How do you say his name?
I don't know who that is.
John Batiste. New song out. I'll let you hear it after the show.
Okay.
And Lil Wayne has a verse on there. The song is called Uneasy. And this dude is almost 30 years into rapping and still raps like he started yesterday. And it's just amazing to hear the wordplay, the effortlessness that comes with hearing this dude rap. It's second to none, and it's even better than Jay in some aspects. Like, Jay seems like he takes a little bit more time and a little bit more effort to cultivate his words and raps and stuff like that at this age.
Okay. Not
with Wayne. Wayne, that shit just comes out of him like, oh, y'all forgot that I really, really rap. And I'll let you hear the song, but the verse is just like, oh my God. Like, did he get an album deal yet? Like, did he get a record deal yet? Did he start last week? Like, what the fuck?
Well, I told you Lil Wayne is in my top 5. Like, he always has been. You know, I've always been a fan. Definitely. We've never seen him perform live, but it's weird.
Because it's not our crowd.
I was just about to say, I don't think we would go to a show because of the crowd. But yeah, definitely Wayne is in top, which is crazy because he's our age group. Mm-hmm. But you know, yeah, that crowd I wouldn't.
But he don't bring out grown and sexy and people dressed up and people having a good time. He bring
out the rough and rugged,
grimy skateboarders, punk rock, like mosh pits at Wayne shows. Like, we're not into that shit.
Maybe 10 years ago we
I wish somebody would hit me in my fucking nose at a show. Like, y'all got me fucked up. Second gram, Milano de Rouge is closing. The store on 15th and Spring Garden. We've been there quite a few times. We have quite a bit of Milano gear. Yeah, they closing.
Well, okay, so that store is closing, which was her original store.
Yeah, it's
but
the flagship, the brick and mortar store.
Right, but I don't think the brand is closing.
No,
I think she kind of gave wind to them opening a new location. You know what I thought about? What if maybe she's opening a store like in a mall?
I actually heard that she said that her biggest upside is e-commerce, and that's
I can imagine, yeah,
having a brick and mortar store. And then when you look at the little montage that she had, like a lot of people stole out of there. They got robbed. This is a lot of shit that I forgot. That happened to that store. So you know, I mean, it's in Philly. Like people still ain't gonna respect it, even if you from Philly. They gonna fuck with your shit too. But yeah, like I don't think that her business is closing, but I think she's gonna be strictly e-commerce.
I definitely can see the upside to e-commerce. However, I think there is an upside to having a brick and mortar location for the people that need an outfit. Like it's a popping cookout today. We need to go grab an outfit. It would make sense
if it was in New York, in Times Square. If you could do it there, then it makes sense. Or LA. But it doesn't make sense to have another brick and mortar store in Philly somewhere.
I was thinking like King of Prussia.
It's not Philly.
But that's where a lot of people go. And you got to think her brand is sort of like a luxury athleisure brand.
Yeah. So you could put it in that mall.
Yeah, I was thinking I was just thinking a mall. I was just about to say Cherry Hill Mall. So I think there's some potential to be in. I don't know for sure, the overhead may be less than having an independent location on the street than it is in a mall. So that's what I was thinking. I think she will keep a brick and mortar location. You don't know
if she owned the building, if she paid rent. Like,
right. Or she may have multiple. What if she opened one in Atlanta, Philly, New York, LA, Texas, something like that, Chicago? That would be really dope, you know, if she did that. Mm-hmm. But I do understand e-commerce, I think, for any body, because you think she had one store, but I think her brand is is national. You see people all over shopping from her brand. So I wish her much success. You know, she's been a staple in the Philadelphia community. We've seen her transition and her growth. So it's good to see somebody be successful and do so well.
Awesome growth, beautiful girl.
And her cute little baby.
Yeah, and that's Meek's son, right?
Mm-hmm.
I never seen him with Meek.
I have a time or two, but I think it may be intentional not to, have him posted. I've seen a time or two, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was ready to say I've never seen him with Meek. I've only seen that little boy on her page.
Yeah, but I mean
I don't even follow Meek though, so I wouldn't because my reasons. Last gram. Biggest conversation of the week: Beyonce versus Taylor Swift. Who is the biggest? Who's the most popular? And those things mean different shit because, okay, I'll go first. The most popular is Taylor Swift. She has more followers. She's more engaging on social media, which makes her more popular. Number one hits. It's 14-12.
Who?
Taylor Swift has 14. Beyonce has 12.
Okay.
Record sales, that's not even close. Like Taylor Swift, like by large numbers. Mm-hmm. Her ticket sales fucked up Wall Street.
Yeah.
Like they had to do
the government had to get involved.
Like they had to get involved and do some type of
implement some legislation,
like some type of law about ticket sales and Ticketmaster and shit like that. So, in those terms, I think Taylor Swift is the more popular. But what I do think Beyonce is the better performer. I think she is the more talented, and I think she's the more culturally relevant. Swift is a pop star. Beyonce makes pop songs too. So that's where you can compare them at. Your thoughts?
So in terms of all of the numbers and stuff like that, numbers don't lie. So it is what it is. In terms of performance, you know what? I could not tell you anything about Taylor Swift. Like, I'm a Beyonce fan. Beyonce she's not just a singer. She is a performer, an entertainer. There's some people that you want to go to a show, and I always say, like, some people just need a mic and a stool. Like, I just want to hear them sing. Like, I want to see Adele. I just want her to sit and sing. Sit on a sofa on a stage and sing. You don't got to give me no show. I just want to hear your voice. Beyonce is different, that she is going to give you a show. I'm assuming Taylor Swift does the same thing, but I've never even had a peek at like a Taylor Swift performance. I probably know some Taylor Swift lyrics from like hearing on commercials or walking through a store or something. But if somebody,
I never saw a show either, but they say her show is amazing.
Yeah, if somebody offered me right now $5 million to name one Taylor Swift song, unfortunately, baby, I would lose it. I would probably make something up like "Baby Be Mine." I'm guessing. I don't know if that's really a song.
Really? You would name one Taylor Swift song?
I don't know any.
Now shake it off.
Okay.
So shake it off.
Now I could win the $5 million, but that wouldn't have popped in my mind. Okay, shake it off. Name me another one.
You said one. I named Shake It Off. Pay
or
me.
If they,
I don't know what to tell you.
Name one song except Shake It Off, and you get $1 million.
It's you. It's me, not you.
Okay. How'd that go?
It's me. I don't know the melody.
Yeah. So, I mean, my knowledge of Taylor Swift is limited. I do know when you look at somebody who has, she goes, and then Beyonce kind of did this too, but in other areas. But like when Taylor Swift came to Philadelphia for her show, she had 3 shows, at the Link sold out. And like you said, ticket sales were astronomical. People came far and wide. And I think that was sort of the cadence that was set for her entire tour. Beyonce did multiple shows in some cities, not in most. So, in terms, and I think, of course, Taylor Swift is just a different demographic. Beyonce is who she is, though. So she's always going to be the penultimate for me.
Mm-hmm. I am a Beyonce fan, too. I would take Beyonce over Taylor Swift. But let's not get it fucked up. Taylor Swift and carved her name out in entertainment.
Yeah.
I remember her when she was 11 years old. But yeah, so she carved her name out. I did learn one thing, and I learned it today, and it was the birthday phenomenon. That's what I learned. I did not know that. So the birthday phenomenon is with 23 people, there is a 50% chance that 2 people will have the same birthday. With 45 people, actually 46 people, it's 100% chance that 2 people will have the same birthday in any group of people.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, so take 46 people and put them together, guaranteed 2 people will have the same birthday.
It makes me think when I used to work at IBC, remember starting in our training class, I don't think it was 46. It was probably like 30 something. And me and a girl, Naima, same birthday and year. Like, wow. We're the same exact age.
Wow.
So, yeah.
A2TP podcast, let's do a wrap. A2TP coming to a close. It's your boy International Walk.
It's your girl Tash, the co-host with the most.
We hope y'all enjoyed the show as we enjoyed giving y'all the show. If y'all fuck with us, y'all fuck with us. If you don't, you should. Peace.